whew. Stretching. That was another thing that came up.
Oh, right.
You're going to put you may possibly put yourself into some positions that you haven't been for in a while, depending on how deep you want to get into this manscaping situation.
Mm-hmm.
So be prepared for some cramping if you don't stretch.
Well, sometimes, when you're by yourself in your bathroom, laying down on the floor, being a little bit of a contortionist to get some certain. Don't look at me like that. We've all been there. Come on now.
Dude, I don't know how you're manscaping, but I've never had to lay on the floor in my bathroom.
There's a lot of stuff involved in
all
that.
Right. Well, I do have a seat in my shower, so maybe that's...
Well, that's because you're old as... But anyway, so you got to be able to be a little bit limber to get to some of the angles of attack, if you want to put that.
Depends on how intense your
sometimes it's about
scaping
quality.
has become. Yeah, you might want to stretch. That was another thing. Okay. Another suggestion they had was to have a first aid kit on hand.
When I heard that before, I'm thinking if you got to have a first aid kit on hand, maybe we pause on putting sharp instruments near your junk. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking we're really not making this sound like something that
this is almost like why not to. Why not to do this?
But we are strongly encouraging that you do.
Well, and as we talked about before, this whole thing, and we'll get back to some stats and tips, but your personal grooming is your personal grooming, right? It's whatever your preference is for your own self, and love it, enjoy it. Whatever whatever it is you're rocking. If you're rocking some hardwood floors, if you've got a little carpet, a little happy trail, you got a little whatever going on, or a full-on welcome to the 70s, just keep it clean. That's the big part. Just keep it clean. I think we all appreciate a good clean playground, I guess is the way I'll put it, right? And that's appreciated.
And communication within a relationship is super important as well.
Well, super healthy, no matter what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not, have a conversation. Have a real conversation. Mm-hmm. If he's not quite what you want him to be, or she's not quite what you want her to be, have a real conversation about it. I like the hardwood floors.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a hardwood floor fan.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's just kind of, it's not that I'm going to say no to, somebody that's not, but I've been dating now for, what's it been? 7 years. And
is that just counting after you got divorced or while you're married too?
Oh my God, I was not dating during my marriage, but there were a couple of years in between my marriage and now. I was actually engaged for a little while, so it did stop during that period of time. Right. But I probably shouldn't freaking share this at all. But so I've got I have a theory, Matt.
Oh, I know where we're going with this.
And
lay it down, buddy.
So because of the fact that I do prefer the hardwood.
Or whatever you prefer. I know where you're going.
I'm telling my situation, but so I have a theory when I meet somebody for the first time. One of the things that I'm looking at their fingernails and toenails if they have open-toe shoes or sandals on, but at least painted and taken care of. Mm-hmm. Manicured, you're gonna freaking melt me. I mean, seriously, manicure, pedicure, and
gotta watch the claws.
Doesn't even have to be it can be French tip, it can be painted, it can be whatever. But I've got this theory that if a woman is taking care of the things that I can see, she's probably also taking care of the things that I can't see.
Yeah.
So if somebody's not taking care of their nails, they're not, they're probably not. So they're probably not taking care of everything else. It's kind of like when you're driving down the street, you see a really manicured yard. Inside it probably looks immaculate.
Great, right, sure.
And then you go down a few more houses and you see somebody that's got all this crap in the yard. They've got a couch on the front porch.
Weeds growing everywhere.
They've got a refrigerator sitting outside.
Why are you describing your house? That's weird.
Well, I don't know you're going to go there. And they haven't mowed the grass and, inside, got a pretty good idea what the inside is going to look like.
Probably going to have to light a candle.
And I don't know. And I could be completely wrong. It may not be that way, but I think there's a direct correlation. It's panned through. I can't say that.
Now, to be fair, when it comes to, I think, we have a lot of female friends we talk to, and we get feedback from, and we have a couple coming on today.
We do. Eleanor and Ruby.
Eleanor and Ruby. This will be a very interesting addition to the show. We're looking forward to some collaboration with other podcasters.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, I think, the other way around, I've talked to a good friend of mine, Jody, and some other people, and they look a lot at our beards, which
really?
I didn't really think about that. But, we're both very, manicured guys, right? But I think women, when they are on a date, when they're talking with a new guy, and if you got a lot of this happening out of your nose or this happening out of your ears or this isn't, nice and, groomed right in your face, they're thinking, what else is it?
Exactly.
It's true. And guys, listen, I'm just going to put it out there. If you're rocking the sweater in the back, you got to get rid of that shit. I don't care who the you are. Get rid of that shit because that is a down payment on loneliness.
Well, hang on a minute. We'll find out.
You're right. Some women
because
may like that
some women
stuff.
May love that.
They may love braiding some back hair. I don't know. Maybe we're missing out, Andy. Maybe we need to dreadlock our.
So I try to keep my beard somewhat short. I take care of everything below the waist.
Right.
I don't really have anything on my back. I don't do my chest. I don't do my arms. I don't do my legs. I don't shave my armpits.
Right.
But there may be some women that.
They might like that stuff, which is fine. It goes back to the conversation, right? And we talked a little bit about, a little bit more about grooming up here, right? And you've mentioned this before. I do have, and I think a lot of men should, women have them too, or you should, a little at-home wax kit for your, schnoz, your ears, maybe do your own eyebrows. I do. Call me Metro. I don't care.
He tells me it's for his ears, his eyes.
It's used in other spots too. I use it in other areas too from time to time when I'm feeling a little frothy. But at any rate, you got to take care of your meal ticket.
Well, but that goes the same as what we were talking about below. And apparently are you pretty hungry?
Am I hungry?
Yeah.
I mean...
This is the meal ticket?
Oh, this is the meal ticket. Trust me, this part isn't me. But yes. No, you got to take care of your...
Are you eating much?
I eat a lot. Ticket? I eat a lot.
Well, not just the ears and the nose. You can get waxed below.
You can get waxed below the belt.
There's laser hair removal. There's electrolysis. All those things. But one of the things that we've talked about too is... how do you have that conversation too with your significant other if they're not exactly the way? I know from my standpoint, like of course it wouldn't be an issue to me or to you for somebody to come to do that because we don't have that issue.
Right.
But I know if I did, but I'm a guy, I wouldn't be offended if she came and said, hey, why don't you trim that up a little bit? But I don't think that's quite the same way.
No.
On the other side of the coin.
I don't think so either.
So I think that might be a little bit of a rougher subject for a guy to have with his female companion.
Well, and we've talked about this before, and I'm looking forward to getting the feedback from Eleanor and Ruby as far as what their take is on this. But, ultimately, if you're dating somebody and you've been on several dates, however many that needs to be for you to get intimate, right, and you're getting to playground time, you may have a little bit of a surprise. And I think we've all been there. Let's be honest.
How do you do that? Do you go all the way through? Is it?
Nothing's stopping me.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
But as long as things are, on the up and up, whatever. But my preference is not. I'm a hardwoods floor preference guy as well, and this personal preference. So I think that.
I only want to see Chewbacca when I watch Star Wars.
Right.
Sorry, that's that might be bad, but man, I'm so glad you could do that. I was thinking about doing that. I was like, I'll make that sound.
Yeah, I didn't do it great. That's okay.
Yeah.
They got that point out there on TV land. But anyway, so it's a conversation. I think after you've been dating somebody seriously, when you've had that, hey, listen, let's be exclusive.
Yes.
Conversation. And you're able to use those emotional conversation pieces or whatever. That's when maybe you start talking about it a little bit. But before we kind of get into that, I do want to hear from our female counterparts, our co-hosts or whatever for the day, our guests, kind of what their take is. And I am very curious to see what women have to say about being approached.
And I'm very happy, and I want to thank them very much for joining us. Eleanor and Ruby are going to fill us in on their take of some of what we've been talking about today. And let's hear from them now.
Cheers, hello. This is Eleanor and Ruby. I'm Eleanor.
I'm Ruby.
Please follow us on TikTok, Eleanor_Ruby. We're so happy to be here today to talk about manscaping and scaping in general, just scaping. The world of scaping is very important to us. What are you drinking today, Ruby?
I am having a nice red wine from one of the local wineries.
Yes, you are. I'm drinking a smooth rosé.
All right, so
Clearly this is a good topic for us because, as my shirt says, I have strong opinions about men and hair. But men and hair, it's a fine line. I need the facial hair, I need the body hair, but it's got to be. Well, and man, if your beard is untrimmed, not soft, do not bring it anywhere.
Yeah, it needs to be groomed.
Tame that shit.
Yeah.
Please. Beard oil.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little shape.
And trimmers.
And trimmers. Yes.
Trimmers.
Trimmers are important.
From the beard all the way down.
Yeah. So what do you do if you are getting intimate with a certain individual and they take their pants off and you're like, I can't see it. Like there's just a like what
That would pretty much be a nightmare.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like there is a certain men expect women to be trimmed.
Absolutely.
But men don't always follow the same guidelines. I think that men don't always think that it's as important for them. But like, I gotta say,
you can't have a double standard.
Well, and I'm sorry, like I get a little swamp ass every now and then, but like all my stuff is inside. Your stuff is hanging out there. Like you got a lot more opportunity to collect like bacteria, like the guys were talking about.
Yes.
There's a lot of opportunity for like just gross.
Thing is it doesn't take very long. Just do it.
Well, I don't know. I've never shaved my balls.
Well, I haven't shaved my balls, but
I would imagine it doesn't take very long.
I mean, come on, it doesn't take us very long.
No.
So it's not something that takes very long. It's worth it.
Right. Agreed.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you're going on a date.
Especially if you're going on a date. I mean, now I will say I will not shave my legs if it's a date where I'm not hoping to get laid. But if there's a chance of it,
but what if
everything's
you do
getting
then?
shaved?
I mean, that's, what if you go there and you weren't planning on it? Now you're not shaved.
Now you're not shaved.
I mean, just do the preemptive shaving.
100%.
Yeah.
Cheers to preemptive shaving.
Preemptive shaving.
Preemptive shaving. You never know. You never know. I'm
That's our
drinking
new
that.
term.
Follow us for more tips. Preemptive shaving.
Absolutely.
It's hashtag.
So what is your preference?
Not shaved clean, because that's like my camp. Like I'm going to be shaved clean.
Okay.
A little bit of hair, but not to where I'm like looking for the scared little pickle.
But enough that it's not like poking you as you're trying to go search for the pickle.
100% searching for the pickle. I don't want a scared little cactus.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I would rather have it. Well, if you trim the bushes, it's gonna look bigger. I think that's what I've heard, right?
Yes.
Like you trim this shit back, it's gonna look bigger, guys. Like that's
Yeah.
it'll make you look.
It's all
bigger.
about appearance.
Yeah, I don't want your hair in my teeth.
No.
Like I do not want to floss my teeth
I floss before bed.
when I'm eating your meat. Oh my god, I just said it.
Maybe that's why some guys don't.
I don't want to
They
floss my
think
teeth.
you may need the floss.
Well, and then you're like in the middle, you're like, oh, like keep it trimmed where I'm not flossing my teeth.
It definitely kills the mood if you have to stop
to take
hair
out
of your mouth.
And vice versa, right?
Absolutely.
Like if I'm not trimmed and you got hair on your mouth,
Absolutely.
like that would be like a mood killer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I don't want to have to stop and like pick hair out of my teeth.
Excuse me.
It happens.
Got a toothpick.
But it happens. It happens a lot. Clearly I date hairy men. I date a lot of hairy men. Not just down yonder, but hair just in general for men and like general like hygiene, back hair, chest hair. How do we feel about that?
Back hair's no.
Back hair's a no for me, dog.
No.
It's a no for me.
Just, make friends with your salon. Get that waxed off. I mean, a little bit is one thing. I'm not talking,
Yeah.
But if you're, if I have to question what you're related to, wax it.
I think that if you are over the age of 30 and you can't control your back hair, that's an issue. I am talking to a guy currently, probably won't ever meet him in person, because he told me, I really hate my back hair. And I'm like, bro, you're almost 40. Like, do something about your back hair. Because I probably hate it too, and I am not shaving that shit for you.
No,
No.
I'm out on that. No.
What did you...
And same thing. I mean, like, if your chest hair is joining your beard, I have no interest.
No, there's got to be clear beard, chest hair. A little chest hair is sexy. Like
a little
masculinity is a sexy thing.
Yes, it is.
And like for the guys that just can't grow body hair, like I'm sorry, it's not your fault.
Hey, I mean,
like,
I'm in that camp, just on the female side.
You're a guy that can't grow body hair.
On the female side, I don't grow body hair.
Hey guys, Stacey has no body hair.
Well, we just told my stance.
I grow body hair. I shave my body hair. But if you have a little chest hair, I think that's sexy. Like shaved clean is not awesome on the chest because it's scratchy.
You end up with
a rash. Yeah. You get down and dirty, like I'm gonna have a rash from your stubble. And nobody wants that.
Same thing from the beard. When the beard is short, like really short,
stubble,
you get the rash.
But that's why if you have a beard and
are you like rubbing it on yourself?
I might.
Beard?
I'm like, your beard. Please may I have your beard in my face and other places. If the beard is soft, I'm going to want it other places.
There you go.
So keep the beard soft. Otherwise, you're not going downtown.
Yes, that's another place you don't want rash.
You're not going downtown.
If it's too short.
No. So I would say stubble. If you're gonna trim the areas that we see, just make sure it's not stubbly. And I know that requires some upkeep, but man, we do it for you.
Absolutely.
We do it for you every damn day. Because you never know.
Never know when you may get the random chance.
Okay, so what if a guy, you're with him and he says to you, this is what I prefer. One, say like you're like you and me, clean shaven.
Yes. Have
been for years. And a guy's like, I like a little hair.
He's going to have to look elsewhere. I don't grow body hair. If the 70s bush ever comes back, I'm SOL. I just can't. It's not going to happen.
But I'm going to tell him just use your imagination, dude, because I'm not going to deal with the itch and the ick. Like, but I think that, a lot of guys that we date in our current age bracket grew up with possibly like looking at their dad's 70s porn. That's what they used to do. And so maybe they like the bush. I haven't heard that lately. Most guys I think like it clean. Not all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, if a guy were to say to me, I like a little hair, I'm gonna be like, use your imagination.
Well, go look in the mirror.
You got some. Turn around, look at your back. Yeah. Take some of that. Shave it off.
Can we do transplants?
Ew. I don't want his back hair in my
computer. Back hair is just...
I was asking a friend that I'm speaking with, I said, from a guy's perspective, if you're with a woman and she's not groomed, her garden is not tended to.
She's all natural.
What would you do? And he said to me, I'm just going to keep this unedited. If you would like me to, you got to shave it. I will do it for you. And I said, ouch, I don't want some guy shaving me. And my friends that were there when we were talking about it said, actually, it's really fun, but make sure you use the 3-head electric razor. Yeah. If you're going to shave me, at least make it vibrate.
So I think the general takeaway, and this goes for all of my female friends, because, yes, guys, we talk about this.
Oh, we talk about sex more than you do.
Yes,
you have no idea.
We are probably...
Women are way dirtier
more
than
vulgar
you think.
than you
think. Locker room talk has nothing on a group of girls.
No, it does not.
No.
No, we talk about it all. So
in
from
detail.
Everybody that I've talked to...
If you are unshaven, all of her girlfriends know.
Yes. 100%.
Or untrimmed.
Yes. Yeah. So trim it.
Trim it.
Like all of it. All of it.
All of it. Or you'll end up on
back hair.
Some really bad Facebook page you don't want to end up on.
Yeah, just trim it. I mean, I think that's the general takeaway. And I think that whether you are in the hardwood floors camp or not, I think that everybody thinks that it should at least be trimmed.
Are you a natural redhead?
Yes.
Same.
I can't show you that.
Me neither. The carpets would match the drapes if I had some carpet, but I have been in the hardwood floor camp for 20 years, so...
Absolutely.
You're just going to have to take my word for it. No, carpeting's a pain in the ass.
Yes, it is.
So much upkeep.
Yes, it is.
Just easier. Yeah. Hardwood floors are easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
More fun for everybody.
Yes.
This is Eleanor and Ruby, throwing it back to Andy and Matt.
Have a good one.
Whoa, what'd you think about that?
Oof. That was some really good perspective from our friends there. Yeah, thank you so much. Really
Eleanor
appreciate that.
and Ruby are amazing.
Wow, that was great.
I can't wait to have them back on again. That's going to be fun.
Folks, let's hear from you. We'd like to maybe have Eleanor and Ruby back on more often, and that could be a lot of fun. Get a good female perspective, since you're getting a lot of male perspective here today, right? But
I think that would be good.
It would be good.
Very good.
Grooming and manscaping has been quite it's a topic I think everybody talks about. And if you're not talking about it, you're doing it, right? In one form or another, or you're not, which is still a choice.
Consider it. Please consider it.
Well, I mean, it's, again, personal preference.
Yeah,
and if you're in a relationship, you have the conversation.
It's personal etiquette.
I would agree.
Sure. So, and
It's
you heard
kinda
what they said. I mean, hey, what better source?
I couldn't agree more. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, that's straight from the mouth.
Absolutely.
Right?
So, yeah, good conversation, good subject. So,
great show today.
You guys be careful out there with
whatever tools you're using,
whatever
to
utensils.
Trim the verge.
Yeah,
be careful. Let's not enter the hospital with an abscess or lesions.
Yeah.
Those are words I don't really like to put together.
But I will tell you, if you do have to have an abscess drained, we'd like to hear from you.
No, I don't think we actually want to hear from you.
I do.
You do?
I do. I want to hear from you.
Oh, wow.
I want to talk about it. I want to have you on. I want to talk to you. And
yeah, anyway.
all right.
So next week we have a very interesting conversation.
Yes.
Oh, you're so excited.
I am excited.
I'm a little nervous about it. But
he is. He's
whatever.
been a little bit concerned about what we're going to be talking about next week, and
it's a little much.
I'm ready to talk about fetishes.
Fetishes.
I don't really think I have any.
Well, I guess it depends on what the definition of fetish is.
We're going to get into that.
Yeah,
we'll find out. We'll figure out.
Yeah.
I may learn within the next week that I do have some fetishes.
He looks like he probably has a lot of fetishes, folks. Am I right?
I'm creepy.
I mean, that is coming from this.
I'm creepy.
We're pretty creepy. Let's cheers to creepiness.
All right, man. Hey, it's good to catch up with you again.
Yeah, always good to see you.
Had fun today.
I love you, man.
Love you too, buddy. It was a good talk.
I know.
That's definitely a subject that we've never really discussed. So anyway, good show.
Good show, buddy.
Anything else we need to discuss?
No, we just had the.
I have no idea where we're at. We might as well just go. Let's just leave it in there.
We'll just leave it in there.
Okay. I think that would be good. Mark, you have anything you want to say?
Oh my!
If his taint had a theme song, it would be "Welcome to the Jungle." He needs to listen to the show we did today.
I gotta get the hell out of here.
All right. Thanks.
Good show, buddy.
See you next week.
See you next time.
Right. Whew.